Reports reaching us from the scene of the explosion that rocked Ibadan on Tuesday says the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, said the search and rescue is still ongoing. He also mentioned that scene evaluation is still going on in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. He urged indigents to stay clear as search and rescue has not been concluded.
This is something that occurred last night, and as we speak, we are still not on ground zero. So that's why that place needs to be evacuated so that people don't step on other people, because search and rescue has not been concluded. Regulatory bodies must all sit up. Where we have people keeping piles of explosive in a residential area is not acceptable. Disaster management is everybody's business. If you see something, you say something. If you see something, you say something. We are not on ground zero. We have lost more than 58, about 58 houses are damaged. We have lost about 3 lives have been lost. We don't know the number of people in the hospital. We are going to the hospital to ascertain. We are working hand in hand with the state government to ascertain the whole situation. But search and rescue is not over.
We are saddened by this incident, and rest assured that the whole state's machineries and well-meaning Nigerians, and especially the indigenes of Oyo State, have put efforts together to ensure that the first thing first is the rescue mission. We have to ensure that the lives are first secured, and then we'll also have to do an assessment of the damages done to properties of the people living in this area. So we are also appealing to the general population to help out in any way possible, but most importantly to give the agencies that these incidents concern space and allowance for them to do their own work.
The whole street is gone here, and all the neighboring streets and neighboring houses. We have been to a lot of places and saw that a lot of properties have been destroyed. Lives have been lost. Some are in the hospital that I'm going to visit them when I leave here. We have to thank all the disaster response agencies that have responded so far. I want to implore others, and I want to urge your NEMA to please come to the aid of the residents there and see what we can do to ameliorate. Not minding, some people will say they are in Bodija, they are the affluent people, they are the well-to-do. No, this is so much, and it's most unexpected. And the government will also conduct a thorough investigation into this, because there is no doubt in the fact that some miners live at the main spots where the thing happened. And we can't see them now, but the most important thing is we must carry out a thorough investigation to be able to forestall a future occurrence.
All right, let's take you away from Ibadan, the Oyo State capital now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved 5.1 billion naira for the funding of 185 successful research proposals under the Tertiary Education Trust Funds, TET Fund, the National Research Fund NRF 2023 grant cycle. The approval is in continuation of efforts aimed at boosting research and development for economic and technological development in Nigeria. In a statement, the fund's acting director, Public Affairs, Abdulmumun Oniyagi, said the approval was conveyed by the Minister of Education, Professor Tari Maman, following the report of the TET Fund National Research Fund Screening and Monitoring Committee. And now to Plateau State, where Governor Caleb Mutfwang has approved the mobilization of contractors to the various abandoned project sites across the state. The Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Joshua Ubandoma 11, disclosed this on Wednesday after a tour of some of the project sites to monitor compliance by contractors. Said Mutfwang's administration is willing to upgrade slums as well as urban centers within Jos Bukuru metropolis. They said the administration is committed to improving the living conditions of the masses that overwhelmingly voted for him and stood by him during his legal battles. 11 was worried by the inability of some of the contractors to continue the projects, said the state government will leave no stone unturned to ensure these projects are completed before the end of this year. And goods worth millions of naira are said to have been lost in a fire incident that engulfed over 100 shops at a popular old Panteka market located near the Tudunwada campus of the Kaduna Polytechnic. According to reports gathered from market leaders, the fire affected mostly the wood sellers section of the market. The secretary of the market union, Ibrahim Mohammed, confirmed that the fire started a few minutes after 12 midnight, and the fire service were able to stop it from spreading to other parts of the market. He, however, noted that the cause of the fire had not been ascertained. Sad one there from Kaduna. Now, the federal government has approved a new taxation deal with the United Arab Emirates that aims to eliminate double taxation between the two countries. Attorney General and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi made the disclosure to State House correspondents on Wednesday after the Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa. He explained that the council has given the nod for the Nigeria-UAE double tax treaty to be forwarded to the National Assembly for ratification. According to him, the treaty covers major taxes in Nigeria, including personal income tax, company income tax, petroleum profit tax, information technology levy, education tax, and capital gains tax. Fagbemi added that once ratified by the National Assembly, the treaty will help strengthen economic ties between Nigeria and the UAE by removing tax barriers for businesses and investors. And now, to support business startups across Africa, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, has launched a $1 billion innovation fund to fund their initiatives. Named the Timbuktu Africa Innovation Fund, the initiative was launched together with African countries' leaders during a special session of the ongoing World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. President Paul Kagame of Rwanda, President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat, Wamkele Mene, and UNDP Administrator, Mr. Achim Steiner, presented the initiative, which is positioned to be the world's largest financing facility, bringing catalytic and commercial capital together to support Africa's startup ecosystem. Attended by global corporate leaders as well as African financial institutions, the occasion marked what is considered a major step in sparking the African startup revolution, harnessing the momentum of Africa's major youth demographic and abundance of innovative talents. According to the UNDP, Timbuktu's ambition is to mobilize and invest $1 billion of catalytic and commercial capital to transform 100 million livelihoods and create 10 million dignified new jobs.